Good morning. Hello everyone. Today's Monday, the 4th of December. And I couldn't do a reading last week. As you can see, my voice is pretty similar to Hulk Hogan's voice. It was much worse last week, so I actually couldn't work. So, that's why you didn't have a video last week. So today we're going to cast out a safe and sacred place and invite beings of only the highest good to participate in this reading for my listeners starting on Monday, the 4th of December. This is a timeless reading, so, I have a popper. So this is 32 linear thinking, Zeta Reticuli in the past. I invite my listeners' teams, angels, guides, and I intend to deliver a message that's beneficial to everyone listening today. So, we're going to do a different type of reading today. Rather than me reading it from the book, I'm going to do a spiral reading, which will give you, I'll show you some pictures in the video as well. Okay, so here we have 3 poppers here. The first one is leaving home, Assassini parallel. Don't know if you can see that well. So I'm going to put it into a spiral and I'll send you a picture of this after. Number 26, logic and reason, Vega, in the present. Okay. So the next one is the power of sound, Vega, number 20. Going to take 7 out today, and it's going to be in a spiral like this so that it has a constant flow of energy. Lisa Royal Holt, who designed these cards, actually channeled these cards through Germain, which is a higher collective consciousness, and recommends giving a reading this way. Well, she recommends whatever works for everyone, but I've been experimenting this way to try and get a more of a clearer message to people, or just more of an overall message. So the next one is 73, freedom, Vega in the future. There's a lot of Vegas coming up. And then we only need 2 more. These 2 more poppers. Just need 2 more poppers. This one looks like it wants to come out. Spiritual technology. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So, I don't think I showed you the last 2. Spiritual technology and belief systems. So those are the 7 cards that have come up today. So what the impression that I'm getting from the first card, linear thinking, Zeta Reticuli, is that sometimes we need to think outside the box. We need to expand our ways of thinking and maybe to do things differently like we haven't done before. Linear thinking in the past, in the Zetas, was something that, the Zetas went through a big transformation a long time ago, and they had to change their way of being in order to reach their awakening. So, and that's the message that this card is bringing. It's bringing, in order for us to ascend and awaken, we need to think differently, do things differently, like much more differently than we have done before. Leaving home, Assassini in the parallel. So, this card, Logic and Reason, says to me that sometimes it's an uncomfortable situation. To leave home and change can be quite unnerving and can invoke a sense of anxiety. But Assassini is there to guide you and help you transition from a comfortable place to an uncomfortable place in your life. So, connected to the previous card, when we change our way of doing things and put ourselves outside of our comfort zone, it's when we find the most growth. And you can call on to the Assassini, how would you say, higher consciousness, to help you with this big transition. Number 26, Logic and Reason, Vega in the present. Sometimes our logical mind, or the side of our brain that can't decipher how we're going to make this change. And sometimes we don't need to know how. We just need to try and go with it and set our intentions and do things that we can't imagine, or do things that seem unfathomable. But we need to set an intention and know that it will work out and it will go the way it's intended to go without using any logic or reason. Sometimes logic and reason and linear thinking that we're used to doing, may not help us get to the place we want to go. So if we can try and park our logical and left brain, is it right brain or left brain? I always confuse this. Mind, we'll be able to reach a potential that we've never been able to imagine. The power of sound, Vega in the past, number 20. This is a very powerful card because music and sound is something that really lifts our mood. If you're a fan of music, it's something that's healing and that can really change our vibration and even shift energies. So if you're going through a stressful time, or if you find it difficult to change the way you think or park your logical mind, maybe implementing some sounds and some music will help you shift that box and help you to think outside the box in a different way, more than you have ever before. Freedom. So number 73, freedom in the future, by implementing a different way of thinking and putting yourself out of your comfort zone and parking your logical and reasoning way of thinking through sound will give you an incredible sense of freedom. But by implementing all of these, you'll be able to reach a new way of being, your highest potential, your most creative part, and you'll be able to make breakthroughs and give you a real sense of freedom if you've been going through any kind of blocks or blockages. By implementing all of these cards or taking on the messages that these cards are giving, you'll be able to make a breakthrough and really break down those walls. Spiritual technology. So spiritual technology refers to it refers to healing stones, whatever kind of objects you might find useful to help yourself through this process and to help yourself break down those walls and accelerate healing. But one thing that stands out to me here is that sometimes we rely too much on our healing stones or our tarot cards or things that externalize our personal power. we have the power within ourselves to find the answers. So while spiritual technology can be quite useful in accelerating healing and moving blocks, sometimes if we rely on it too much, we can kind of lose our internal personal power, or we can always find the answers within. Belief systems in the earth and the present basically is saying that our belief systems are being challenged right now than ever before. The shift is helping us to look at different things differently and to expand our awareness and to challenge our beliefs, really. There's like a dissonance of what we used to believe in is now kind of shifting. Our minds are opening. We are starting to open our beliefs. For example, on the idea of there's something else after we finish our life on this earth. There is something else. Is there something else? Are there any other beings out there in the universe? Are you open to the idea of manifesting your reality? All of those belief systems all these new belief systems are being implemented right now. And it's basically all a part of the shift in this new world, this new state of consciousness that we're all entering right now at the moment. I'm just going to show you the way I've laid out these cards, starting with the first one, Zeta Reticuli in the past, linear thinking, moving on to Assassini parallel, leaving home. Now moving on to logic and reason, Vega in the present. Then 20, power of sound, Vega in the past. Freedom, Vega in the future. Spiritual technology, Vega in the present. And belief systems, Earth in the present. This is like, if you can see, I'm just going to point out to the shape that I'm intending. So starting here and going around, it creates a continuous energy. So I hope you benefit from this reading today. If you have, let me know. And if you haven't, that's no problem. Discard what doesn't resonate and take on what does. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask me in the comments below. And if you'd like a personal galactic reading, please let me know and get in touch. I wish you a wonderful week. Remember that these messages are timeless. So it doesn't matter whenever you come across them. If they resonate with you, take them on. And if they don't, let them go. That's no problem. Wishing you a wonderful week. Take care. See you soon.